is licensed by the National Lottery Authority and powered by Lone Star Cell, MTN, and Radio Entertainment Liberia. Listen to the radio and winning money. Liberia, Jack get better.
If I tell you things I did in Bagan before you were born, you will feel discouraged. We were the one that's stealing chicken here, but today I can't do it. I want to be honest with you people. I don't want to tell you people a fairy tale story that you'll go home and do something. I'm being honest with you people.
You said during the youthful days in Bong, you were one person who used to steal chicken.
I'm proud of that too.
And today coming back to tell the Liberian people that you want to have an elected position or occupy an elected position. Don't you think someone may refer to you as an old criminal?
And I need one to pour me, I will take it. I did it at that time, so I cannot dodge. But what I'm telling you is this: I have been refined, not only by myself, but by God alone.
For being refined, don't you think it will still follow you? This is a political era. Like you can
Let
remember.
me tell you something. If you want me to lie to the people of this country, then I will not do it. I'm telling you factual story about me. You didn't force me to tell you. I'm telling you something about me. I want the Liberian people to listen to it and be able to vote for me. Look, Jesus Christ himself said, only the criminal will be able to preach the Bible and understand it better. Okay? Why do you think Jesus made that remark? Because he knew there will be criminal in the world. Look, if I go to steal chicken today, you'll put hanger on me and parade me in Bagan.
Are you making this statement to get the vote of the young people who these days are called Zogos and Zokwis?
Or to maybe seek forgiveness?
Let me tell you, I'm making this statement to identify myself and where I come from, the struggle I went through, so you can build your life from there at younger generation and know there is hope in the future.
Gabriel had to go steal to the mainland store.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post store?
Yeah. He said, I'm joining to go steal to the web mainland store to they get money into the store, they will go take it from there. I said, my man, I only bad for the same leisure.
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man called me back, I was on the 18th. Day more.
The same man now?
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal?
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the night, around about 8:30, the man called me. He said, oh, my man, I'll let you be and call you back again.
So that time you go to where?
I go to where?
You leave from your working place, you come to the man?
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When they call you in the net now?
When the man call me in the net,
yeah.
He asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3?
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to
the message you want to give you what tea?
Tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
With bread?
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside?
With egg inside, my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry it so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right here. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
The man say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep?
In the Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep?
Yeah.
That one.
Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here, I'll free? Can I say when I move from here, I'll free? You said one talk again. I wanted to make the whole talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, land looking, hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not be looking to the top? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think you explain to me that you come to get you say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very, you say, asking you too much question. Hey, just me things, say, make your egg and bread. We bring it to, okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
when I give you answer now, then you
Okay, explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
go to school. The English say name the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay,
Say I can take time
to explain. Yeah, okay.
Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come back to me.
There is nothing in our paragraph that indicated that money should be printed. The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Surprisingly, we're back on this holiday. Yeah, on this wonderful Thanksgiving Day. But again, we are not here today to talk politics. I repeat, today is no political day. Good afternoon and welcome. Today we intend to talk Thanksgiving. We intend to talk peace. We intend to talk tranquility outside political engagements. On today, we intend to go deeply into the historical conditions that led to the Thanksgiving Day to be enacted into law by the Liberian legislature. On today, we're going to talk practical issues happening in the country. A practical Liberian mentality, a practical issues relative to the livelihood of the Liberian people. And so, on this wonderful edition of the show, on this 7th day of November, which happens to be Thanksgiving Day in Liberia, it is going to be people-oriented. We're going to be accepting a lot of you calling into the show. You'll be telling us more about some of the interesting discussions we'll be having. Trust me, those discussions will border on the livelihood of Liberians, the Liberian mentality. Alexa and I will tell you sufficiently what we know about the Liberian culture, the Liberian people and their attitude. If you ever thought that the only thing we know in this country is political discussions, you got to rethink. On today, it is going to be an interesting edition. Yes, we thought to spend the holiday with you here on the radio. And so if you're there listening to us at at your office, yes, and your government offices are now open. If you're in the private sector and you are at your office, if you're at home, if you're in the community, sitting under the plum tree, drinking your piasawa wine, zipping onto the palm wine, the people in Liberia call it the mother's milk. Wherever you are, on this wonderful, wonderful holiday, it is a wonderful time to be a Liberian at about this moment. And so we intend to talk more, to say more, and do more here on the platform. So this is going to be the size of the conversation. No politics. What in Joey I do, what in Waka do. And I'm a business on today. Today, we talk Thanksgiving and the Liberian mentality. The way we treat one another. The way people act in this country. The way people react to one another. We're going to say things some of your pastors cannot say to you on the pulpit. We're going to say some things that the imam would not mention in the mosques. We'll say some things that the community chairman is unable to say. And all of these issues are intended to ensure that Liberia, in the end, is going to be a wonderful, wonderful country where all of us can live. And so the official sponsor of this platform is Crime Stoppers Liberia. Hopefully on today, we're also going to be talking more about Crime Stoppers, the services being rendered by this non-governmental NGO. I repeat, this non-governmental organization, I beg your pardon. So we'll tell you more about the Crime Stoppers services, why Crime Stoppers is important, why did the CEO choose to get involved with that endeavor. And at the same time, we'll tell you more about what a Crime Stopper is all about. More so, we're also going to have our additional sponsor on the platform, the Radio Entertainment Liberia crew, the people who are going to be giving people $1.2 million on the 28th of this month. In addition to it, they're also going to be giving our people 100,000 Liberian dollars to 6 persons on the 28th of this month. And at the same time, they're going to be giving one brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max to 6 persons. So there will be 6 iPhone 16 Pro Max given to 6 winners on the 28th of this month. And more so, every Saturday in this country, in the month of November, our partner, Radio Entertainment Liberia, will be giving a motorbike right here on this radio station. But that's not all. When you dial star 799 star 70 hash, you're going to have the opportunity to win between 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, and 100,000 Liberian dollars respectively. So every Wednesdays and Thursday, once you play, you either win 10,000, you either win 20,000, you either win 50,000, or better still, you're going to walk away with 100,000 Liberian dollars. So on today's edition, you still have that opportunity to rumble, to look into your Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money wallet and dial star 799 star 70 hash. While we talk Liberia, you're also going to have the chance to win for yourself some money. It is either $10,000 on this wonderful holiday, or better still, you could win more than that. And at the end of the program on today, one person is going to be walking away with 50,000 Liberian dollars. So that is the size of the program. So the more you play, the better your chances are when you dial star 799 star 70 hash. But let's take our break now. When we come back, we're going to be playing some songs while Alexa and I will get prepared right here for the Thanksgiving Day celebration in Monrovia and across the different part of the country. Let's take a break. To be right back here on 87.9.
Shabba musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the real authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do well for your safety. If you see a boss, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper keeping us safe. They're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper keeping us safe. They're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper keeping us safe. They're stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Kai, and I'm here with Princess Alexa Vanjakoli. Happy Thanksgiving Day, Alexa.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining, also like to say welcome to today's edition of of Freedom Hub. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Women's Spotlight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to say.
Go ahead, Alexa. Go ahead.
I want to say welcome to today's edition of Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. It is actually unlike us to be here on holidays. But today, I think we made a decision to be here since it is Thanksgiving. And we have a lot to say thank you for, honestly. And I think we're going to delve a little bit into the historicity of Thanksgiving, because everyone has a different interpretation. Everyone has a different meaning. And it is to some extent a culture, but it is celebrated in a different way as compared to the United States. The United States also celebrates Thanksgiving, and we're here celebrating ours on the first Thursday in November every year. So we're going to be here discussing that. Today, we're not actually discussing politics. We're just strictly discussing couple of different things, if I would say so.
That's correct.
Yeah, a couple of different things. So we'll discuss Liberia as a country. We'll discuss maybe the significance of Thanksgiving. We'll discuss just a lot of different things, but we'd like to say welcome. And sorry for earlier. This is Freedom Hub.
This is Women's Spotlight. Okay, so basically the intent of today's conversation is to it's to talk about some of the things people don't talk about normally, and we're going to talk about a lot of them. You know, there are ways that we live in this country as Liberians. It is terrible. We're going to be talking more. Alexa is guilty of some of it. I too am guilty. You are guilty. We are all guilty. And the reason why we are not changing is because we are not talking about it. You know, we need to elevate the conversation to a different level. You know, there is a need, and this is going to be going all across. The pastors will have their own. The imams will have their own part of the conversation. You know, the churches, I will endeavor as hard as possible, Alexa and I, hopefully, not to get the government involved, because we don't want to be political. But if the need be, who am I? we would touch the government more. I mean, government, regardless of who's in power, you know, I mean, government in general. So that's what we're going to do. But before we commence, bear in mind that our partners have. So, Alexa, do you know the three wise men, stuff? So the guys have decided to introduce a new product. So this product is going to be running from this gone Wednesday, yesterday, from yesterday. It will be ending on the 28th of November. Now, so every Wednesday and Thursday of this month, November, once you play star 799 star 70 hatch, you are automatically into a draw. That draw could make you win on that day. If you're lucky, you could win 10,000, you could win 20, you could win 50 or 100,000. Now, if you are not lucky to receive money that day, it doesn't mean the bet you do it lost. You're not lost yet until the campaign is over. So on Saturday, your number is still active. You could be selected on Saturday to win motorbike. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean you still lost. You still have the chance on the 28th or the next Wednesday or Thursday. Until this month can end, you still have the chance. Your number is still active. So by the time you play one time, star 79 and star 70 hatch in this November, that one time you play, your number active. So if you're not selected Wednesday, you will be selected Thursday. If you're not selected Thursday, you could be selected on Saturday. It depends on your luck. If not, you wait for the grand finals. On the grand finals, you will have one Liberian or somebody who will play. If that person is a Nigerian, whatever the case is, one person will be winning 1.2 million Liberian dollars. 1.2 million Liberian dollars. And that winner is going to be surrounded by other people who will call the bigger winner because that person will be the biggest winner. So there will be six individuals around that 1.2 million guy, and each of the six will be receiving $100,000 on the grand final date. So 6 persons will be receiving 100,000. That's 600,000. 6 persons will divide it. One man alone will take 1.2 million Liberian dollars. Then the bottom 4 persons will be receiving one iPhone 16 Pro Max. How much for it? The iPhone 16 Pro Max is about.
It depends. So they have different prices. Maybe it'll be 1,200,
$1,200.
Maybe I'm saying it depends.
16 Pro Max.
Let me check it out.
Okay, so the
the
latest iPhone 16 Pro Max should be about 1,516 the last time we checked it because it just got launched. So yeah, so somebody will be walking away with that money. So when you even put 1,200, 1,500 in LD, that's way more money. I mean, that's close to 200 US dollars. I mean, 200 that's close to 2,000, not 2,000 but 200 plus thousand Liberian dollars. That's close to it, just if you decide to sell the form. So once you play once you play on Wednesdays and Thursdays using star 799 star 70 hatch, you're automatically into a draw, and you could win motorbike, you could win 100,000, you could win 10,000, you could win 20,000, you could win 50,000, you could win the 1.2 million, or you could win the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So it is up to you. That's what it is. So today we'll be giving some $10,000 up, and the biggest winner will be receiving 50,000 LD. So I don't know who's going to win it on this Thanksgiving Day, who's going to ball, who's going to drink their beer, who's going to drink their water, their juice. Whoever it is, you will have that opportunity. But that is where we are. This country, Liberia, has gone through a lot. We got to be thankful to God Almighty for where He has taken us, where He is planning to take us to as well. We also got to be thankful for everything. The fact that you're listening to this radio, you ought to be very thankful. You still looking for the phone price?
No, they got different.
So they got different. Yeah, different.
They got different prices.
Yeah. But the ones the guys will be bringing is more than $1,400 because it is going to be sold in Liberia. So obviously the price is going to be higher. So that's what it is. So personally, people should be thankful. And if you were to ask me, what am I thankful for? It's going to be a whole lot. And we're gonna ask you before we start the real conversation. I mean, I'm thankful for everything. The first thing is life. The second thing is professional space. There are too many journalists in this country, Alexa, who have journalistic experience. They have the journalistic qualification. They have the credentials, but they do not have the opportunity to practice what they've learned. They do not have the opportunity to sit on a platform as great as this one. And trust me, I'm not indispensable. I'm not bigger than the platform. I'm not bigger than the radio station. Somebody else would have been in the seat producing, or better still presenting Freedom Hub Alexa, as the lead presenter. I'm here, because I'm grateful. I'm here because God, or how do we say it? They said destiny or something. Something says I should be here today. Whatever it is, God first, and whatever the next thing is, which of course I know the Omen Sam Sion, the CEO was involved in getting us recruited. At the end of the day, we're thankful for those opportunities, first from God Almighty, to men, Omen Sam Sion, the rest of the staff here. So I'm thankful. Professionally, I'm thankful. The next thing I'm going to be thankful for, is life. The public gave us life. I mean, first and foremost, I'm thankful for life. Then beyond that, people who are into our lives, our family, our friends, our professional colleagues, those who support us, especially those of you who are listening to the radio, those of you who every time you make it your duty to turn in. I mean, we are thankful. When we post, you're commenting, you're supporting us morally. We're thankful for it. We're thankful for our school. And let's start today we're breaking the news. Yeah, so today we'll break the news. Yeah, so we're thankful for everything, and for me particularly, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that at the end of the day, Liberia is at peace. Now, in the midst of all of the difficult political period we've had in this country, on the election, the war happening, people busting people here, cussing, saying all kinds of things. At the end of the day, the former president conceded. The country is not fighting war. We have a new government. Whatever the case is, the country is peaceful. We can move on correctly. People are currently on the beaches drinking their alcohol. People currently cooking their holiday food. One legged Nana on motorbike going to a boyfriend. Yeah. So the country peaceful and war is not fighting. We're here. We're good. Although some people ain't got it to eat it, but the fact that you got life and the country is peaceful, it's a whole lot to be thankful for. So Alexa, for me personally, that's what I'm thankful for. Before we can get the conversation rolling, what are you thankful for?
I mean, just asking what I'm thankful for, I think is a lot, and it gets me thinking naturally.
Okay.
And I'm trying to put everything together. I'm trying to get my thoughts together because I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for a lot, but firstly, I think I'm thankful to be here, 100%. I am alive. That is one of the most precious things to have in this world, to be alive. That's like a privilege. In fact,
That's correct.
that's a privilege to be alive, because many people would have loved to be here today celebrating this year's Thanksgiving. They're not here, right? They're dead. So the fact that I'm here, I mean, I'm actually thankful for that. Secondly, I'm thankful for all the opportunities and possibilities that I have. That's something that I'm really, really thankful for. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my colleagues. I'm thankful for my boss, Omen Sam Sion, of course. He's one of the people I'm actually thankful for, because this platform is here and he continues to play an important role in all of our lives, all of us at this establishment. He continues to do so. So the fact that we're here, I think we're thankful to have him as our boss. So that is also a good thing. And I think I'm thankful for our supporters, our followers on the radio, our followers, on the social media. We're thankful for all of you.
Okay.
Because it is because of your support that we're still here. If we did not have people listening to us via the radio, if we did not have people actually, viewing us on the social media, whether it is YouTube or whether it is Facebook, if we did not have all of you, I'm not sure we'll be as empowered as we are. I'm not sure we'll be, as motivated as we are to always be here and, just discussing the different issues and the different things that are happening in our country. So we're grateful for you. We're grateful to have you in our space. We're thankful to have you in our space. And above all, I would say I'm grateful for the lives I've imparted, because what we do on the radio, or the work we do in radio, it transcends beyond just the radio.
That's correct.
It touches people and it helps them, remain strong. Sometimes you will listen to Oliver, hey, that is not to, try to make you feel some type of way, but it makes you strong, and it also helps to inspire you. So the fact that we have the power to influence a huge number of people, that is something to be thankful for to a greater extent. Because so we're thankful to have all of you being influenced by us, and the people we're yet, to impart, the people we're yet to influence, and the people we continue to, to impart. So we're grateful for all of you. We're thankful for all of you. So in a nutshell, we're thankful to be here, because if we had not been alive, I'm not sure we'll be talking about, people we've inspired, people we've imparted. I'm not sure. So to have life, I mean, that's amazing.
Okay.
So we're thankful for life. We're thankful for life, and we are thankful for life. Like we are, 100% we are.
Okay, so that's what it is. So we're about to go and take this quick break. When we come back from the break, then we will start the real conversation. So let's have words from our sponsor, Radio Entertainment Liberia. And by the time we are done with them, we're gonna go and take one musical break to be right back.
The three wise men have finally come. They on Freedom FM. Yes, for the November year, the first wise man now choose Wednesday and Thursday to give all the good thing he get. He will be giving $20,000 Liberian dollar, $50,000 Liberian dollar, and $100,000 Liberian dollar on Wednesday and Thursday. Yes, and on the 28th of November, you will get plenty motorbike to plenty winner, and the BB winner will win $1.2 million Liberian dollar to close November. This second wise man here, he's partnering with Tyler Reed and will also give $20,000 Liberian dollar, $50,000 Liberian dollar, and $100,000 Liberian dollar on Wednesday and Thursday. On the 21st of December, he will be giving away plenty iPhone 16 Pro Max, and one big winner will walk away with a saloon car. Yes, so a car on the 21st of December at the Tyler Reed Festival from the 22nd of December to the end of January 2025. The 10 wise men will also be giving $20,000 Liberian dollar, $50,000 Liberian dollar, and $100,000 Liberian dollar on Wednesday and Thursday. And at the end of January 2025, one big winner will walk away with a newly built 2-bedroom house in Marshall City, Margibi. The whole house. All you need to do is dial *799*70# and play with just $200 Liberian dollar or $1.50 US. The more you play, the better your chances to win. The three wise men say, even if you play with the first man, you can win with the second man. And if you play for the second man, you can still win with the third man. The three wise men mean business, oh. This game here is licensed by the National Lottery Authority, empowered by Lone Star Cell MTN and Radio Entertainment Liberia. Listen to the radio and winning money. Liberia, Jack get better.
Play small, win big, yeah, that's the way. Every hour, every moment, every single
day. What is Thanksgiving Day all about? What brought about Thanksgiving Day in Liberia? We're hoping that the information she's going to be providing will help us sufficiently. If not, we're going to be talking more about what's happening in the country. But again, right after this song, we have a commitment to give somebody money. Let somebody be holding their money while we're discussing Thanksgiving. So right after this song, we're going to be running directly to our line and give somebody else money right here. Let's see what other person will walk away with, 10,000 or 20,000. Or let's see if the person will be taking away with the 50,000. But one thing we know is that somebody is walking away with a choir. They used to be in Logan Town. That's what I am told. I did not see them, singing in that area. Before I could come to Monrovia, the morale go down. What is it?
I know I used to listen to this on the radio.
They're still active? Okay. So Anthony Stevens said they're still good. Okay. They're still in Logan Town, right?
He said that morale go down.
They're still in Logan Town. Okay. So yeah, but since we came, but again, this is a wonderful group, a wonderful group. Yeah. So let's see. Let's go give somebody money first before we can resume. Let's see if we can give somebody else money on this holiday. Yeah. So those of you who can drink beer, get prepared. Let's see whether this person is going to drink beer, or he or she is going to drink juice. So let's see quickly. Let's try to run. Hello.
The subscriber you are trying to reach is currently on another call.
I can't hear. Hello? You gotta leave your radio. The noise. We are calling you from Freedom Radio Liberia. Your background is noisy.
Oh wow.
What kind of side you on? Which side you on?
I ain't
15 gauge.
Yeah.
You play the cash giveaway today on Freedom FM.
Yeah.
That's why we are calling you.
Yeah.
What is your name, my brother? Quickly. Take your time. Take your time now. Don't worry. You already win, so take your time.
Okay.
You say your name is what?
Jean Tama.
That Jean Tama on your mobile money number?
Yeah.
Okay. Your last two numbers are waiting. 85, James. James, how many times you play?
I play 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you play?
Yeah. I play star 7 hash.
70 hash. Then what you do? What you doing later?
I have
2. So you playing LD?
Yeah, LD.
Okay, James Tamba. The machine is loading. Let's see how much the machine is about to give you. Just hold on right there, James. James, congratulations. You won for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow.
Okay, James. So what will you do with it on this holiday?
I got my children's school business.
Your children's school business?
Yeah, peso.
Okay, my brother. $10,000 for your children's school. When you receive the money, call us back, yeah?
Okay.
All right, James. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, Alexa. You heard him, man. He said children's school fees now. So today is Thanksgiving, and you're going to listen to Alexa read what Thanksgiving is all about. So we read it, then we'll start the conversation. The main conversation start here. Oh, wow. The main reason we're kind of wearing in start here. Go ahead, Alexa.
So let me just put this out there. If you're going to go to Wikipedia, you see a lot of different, information or pieces of information when it comes to, the different histories we have in our country. Mm-hmm. Right. So I'm reading from different sources. Right. So I'm going to read some of the things that I said here about Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And maybe if we're going to open the phone lines later on, you also call us and give us your personal experience as to how you celebrate Thanksgiving as an individual, because everyone has a different way of celebrating, as much as it is a tradition. Like every year, we have to celebrate this day as as a holiday for. Mm-hmm. But what is here, it says Thanksgiving in Liberia originated from the country's founding by freed American slaves and free people of color in the early 1820s. In 1883, the Liberian government made the first Thursday of November a national holiday to commemorate the event. Liberia's Thanksgiving celebration is different from the American version in a number of ways, including food. Because in America, the tradition is turkey.
Yeah, people will eat turkey.
So once it's Thanksgiving.
But in Liberia, what kind of animal do we eat for Thanksgiving?
In Liberia.
Yeah. I mean,
so here,
the Americans are watching us online. They eat turkey in
Liberia. People cook different things, like based on what you're able to afford. Though
people eat turkey in America for Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, and that is like across the board.
So Liberia, when you go to Liberia, which animal do they?
I would say pork, chicken, plenty, but this is Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I wouldn't say it is.
But buzi kwada ina chicken bino.
Mr. Peters though.
Jesus Father buzi kwada ina chicken. Go ahead.
And it talked about the food, and activities. These are the two things they're talking about. They're also talking about views as to how Thanksgiving is viewed. How is it actually celebrated?
Okay.
And it says in 1883, the legislature of Liberia enacted or started declaring this day as a national holiday. Thanksgiving is celebrated in the country in large part due to the nation's founding as a colony of the American Colonization Society in 1821 by former slaves and free people of color from the United States.
Okay.
So it's just okay. Today it is largely a Christian holiday. We're going to discuss that as to whether it is or not. Churches auction of baskets filled with local fruits. I mean, this was really interesting for it.
Okay.
So like I said, the stories are different.
So
but they made a point by saying if you celebrating Thanksgiving in Liberia depends on who you're asking.
Okay.
Like everyone has a way of celebrating Thanksgiving. Every family has a way, or every individual, actually has a way to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I mean, it is traced way back to our, founding fathers or people who were free slaves. They talk about 1820s back to 1883 when it was enacted by the Liberian legislature at the time.
Good.
So for that, we've been here celebrating Thanksgiving since then.
Okay. All right. So that is okay. So that is the
and one of the points actually highlighted in what I just read.
Uh-huh.
It is said that now in Liberia, that's why we're going to open lines for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
This day is viewed as a religious day for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So people will go to different churches, to thank God. People will go to maybe mosques or somewhere else. If you're a religious person, you're going to do that.
Okay.
And
Yeah. So that's why it is. So in the US, people will kill and prepare turkey, as the Thanksgiving meal.
Over.
But look, I can guarantee that in Chikizu factory, so many laying that door there. Yeah, hey, forget it. In Chikizu factory, I can bet.
Oh my God.
Man, slaughtering some glewi. Now in Buzi quarter, some glewi, getting missing, and that's not even lofa, but in lofa part. The Thanksgiving. No, but I mean, you are the custodian now. You glewi headquarters. But on a more serious note, that is it. I think the Thanksgiving thing was brought to us by the free slaves, those who returned to the country. They brought the American culture to us in Liberia, and precisely thanking God for taking them over from slavery, bringing them to Liberia, to this land, and when they came to something else they started doing, they met the people who they met here, they started enslaving the very people themselves. So, the whole thing is just Mr. Boxer, like we say. But on today, Alexa, I've come for us to have a conversation on family, to have a conversation on faith-based institutions, to have a conversation on politicians and private lives. Now, let me say this to our people. I think this guy received $10,000. We'll call him later on.
Back.
Yeah. So my brother, when you're listening, call us back. You should be receiving your money. Once you call us, then we'll call another person. So here is the situation. Most of the churches in this country, and I want all of you listening to listen keenly. I know when you mention church in the town, people want to start fighting you. When you mention mosques, they won't fight you. I know how sensitive it is. But we've come to say there is a need that we change a lot of things in this country. And if we should change those things, we should start from the faith-based institutions, the churches, the mosques. Now, what am I saying? Alexa, I am a United Methodist member, and I'm proud to be a Methodist church member. I grew up in the Catholic school. And my good friend is listening to the radio right now, Vanny Quebly. He's following. We all grew up at the St. Francis Catholic High School in Plebo. Now, these faith-based institutions, Alexa, they don't pay taxes to the government. No church is paying taxes to the government. These faith-based institutions run schools. The Lutheran Church got St. Peter, how they can call it Lutheran school. They got a Lutheran school. They get plenty of Lutheran schools across the country. Their school fees in for cheering. Like we said, today's conversation is going to be practical. The Catholic Church is a faith-based institution. The Catholic Church got a lot of schools in this country. Their school fees too, enough for children. And you can name it down to the United Methodist Church. These churches have a lot of, schools and different, stuff. But at the end of the day, These schools are not affordable. This is something people don't want to talk about. These are faith-based institutions that are not paying taxes in the country, but yet and still, their schools are the most expensive, Alexa. Who are the students attending these institutions? And that's why I'm not using my political voice today to talk about it. That's why you see me, I'm very calm. Who are the people who go to these schools? They are children. They are children of churchgoers. They are children of people who go to mosques. They are children who go to these religious entities. This Thanksgiving Day, our intent is to talk to our people. That if there should be any school that should be very, very expensive in this country, it should be schools owned by institutions that are not religious. I want you getting the point I'm making. Now, if we should have schools that are charging plenty of money for people to go to school in this country, those schools should be schools that are not owned and operated by the church or the mosques. Look, I'm a good Christian. When our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ came to this country, came to this world, he said he came to preach, to teach, and to heal. 3 fundamental reasons: to teach, to preach, and to heal. I stand to be corrected on it. In modern situation, to teach is a representation of the school. To preach is a representation of the church. To heal has to do with medical facilities and whatever the case is. This is now a biblical interpretation, but that's the analysis we're trying to give. We're trying to give to it. Now, so we cannot have the Church of Jesus Christ, whether the Catholic, the Methodist, the Episcopal, the Lutheran, the this, the that. We cannot have these faith-based institutions running schools that are not affordable to the people. Today is Thanksgiving Day. It is a day for national sober reflection. Look, unlike America, where the government schools are up to standard, in Liberia, it is the opposite. People don't prefer taking their children to government school because the government schools are not up to date. They're not up to standard. Okay, to a greater extent, the Catholic schools, not Catholic, the faith-based schools, are up to standard in terms of their facilities and so forth, but they're way too expensive. The faith-based learning institution should not be that expensive to the extent where the members of the church will not be able to attend. I know a lot of churches that own schools in this country that the typical members in those churches cannot even afford to send their children. It should not be. It should not be the case. It shouldn't. And so if the churches can listen, if the mosques, if the faith-based institutions can listen and make some adjustment. Look, we're not saying make it free, because you need to pay teachers, you need to keep the school tidied up, you need to keep it in such a condition that it will be conducive for learning. At the same time, and that's what I can say with mercy. Temper justice with mercy. Temper justice with mercy. Mm-hmm. Most of these schools are being built and operated. They are being built by churchgoers. People go to church. The church says, "Oh, yeah, praise the Lord, amen. We won't pay our church." Okay, so each member will pay $1. The members pay. Alexa, we won't pay our church. Each member will pay the members contribute. At the end of the day, the school is established. Mm-hmm. We not say don't charge school fees.
That it should be reasonable and affordable.
Alexa, that's the conversation.
Yeah, it should be.
We're not saying don't charge school fees. We're not saying we're not saying it. But we're saying this is charity. There is a reason why the government said don't pay taxes. As a church, as a mosque, there's a reason why the government said don't pay taxes. Make it reasonable. Make it very affordable. So that at the end of the day, I think they got one money.
So he's calling to confirm.
Yeah, he's calling to confirm. Hello, how you doing?
Fine. I received it.
How much did you receive, bro?
I received
10 what? You, what they call 10K? Explain the thing correctly. 1 year.
Oh, no, you understand.
$10,000 Liberian dollars. Thank you very much. You won't have the money?
What's that receipt?
You want your minimum beg you a beer? Okay, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations, bro.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Okay. So, Alexa, you see it? We're not saying don't make the schools expensive, but let the schools be affordable. Let the school fees be affordable to the point where at least the average member in your congregation can afford. If it is not that way, then it is for profit. It is for profit making. Then you got to pay taxes now. And that's how that be fair.
No, 100% you will have to, because
let's be fair now.
For me, I think the fact that you don't have any tax to pay, right? It is clear that it should be reasonable. And your religious institution, for example, you have a church, and then you have each of the members, to be taxed to pay a certain amount. Sometimes you do of a fundraiser event at the church, and you will say, oh, today we're raising funds for maybe a school that we want to build. And then maybe you will say first Sunday, second Sunday. So it will be like an announcement sequentially, and people will get prepared, right? For example, you say we're doing that last Sunday in November. So from this moment forward, people will continue to save up. I mean, ordinary members. We're not talking about people who have money, because churches, when you go to different religious institutions, you have a lot of ordinary people there.
Good.
Because they have their beliefs, and at the end of the day, they're going to go there, their faith, they will support that, because that's exactly what they believe in. That's where their conviction is. So they're going to save up, and you realize that people will raise a huge amount of money to build a church or to build a school, for example. And you're building the school because you want people to enroll, right? Or people to be enrolled.
That's correct.
And at the end of the day, you will still have members of the church to have their kids enrolled, there. So they will have to pay fees. For me, I think I support you with the concern about the fees. I will always advocate for, something that's way more affordable, something that's reasonable, especially of that nature, because you have your members, they contributed to have built the church, right? So it means their monies are part of what started the school, 100%. So if you are going to have your members, their kids there, and they're still struggling to pay school fees, for me, I don't think that's really okay. Because I'm sure we're supposed to be compassionate at all levels. So the fact that you have your members to contribute to build schools, let it be reasonable that they'll be able to send their kids without...
That they will be able,
without struggling.
Without struggling a
and
lot.
I remember one time, I was not as I am. I was, by then I was young, small. Let's say it like that. So you have a school, you have a church with its own school.
That's correct.
And there'll be an announcement in the church. Oh, this is and so time when you not pay your children's school fee, will put in OSA, right? It is not a wrong thing to have a policy that if a student doesn't pay his or her fees, it will be out, right?
Good.
But again, the issue will be, or the concern will be, like, how much is the fee that people wouldn't be able to pay maybe for a whole month or for 2-3 months? It means that's something they cannot afford. And it is not for profit, like you rightly said. This should be about imparting the lives of people, whether you're your church members or whether people who are just there and they're trying hard to survive. So it should be about making impart. It should be about extending, compassion across all levels. So the fact that we still have members of different churches, this is not about, putting you guys on the bus.
No.
It's not about it.
It's about solving the problem.
Solving the
social problem. It's about being thankful. Look,
exactly.
I mean, these people pay their offerings. They pay tithes. They pay church contribution. Some church members, they
donate to different churches.
And actually, there are times when church members can have their job with the NGO. When church ready to do that kind of project, I mean, the member working, and so the member will pay more money, build a school. Sometimes by the time the school is done, in the future, 2-3 years after the member is no longer working, he is broke. He's not having job. He going back to being broke. But this man was contributing hugely.
What is his reward?
Thank you. He was contributing hugely to the building the building of the school or whatever facility. Now, my take is, we're not saying keep it free.
Don't say free 100%.
But let it be affordable.
Yeah, people should be able.
Let it be affordable. Look, I've seen instances where a Methodist church member children got sent out of school because they could not
So they
pay
not get
school
money
fees,
to
but they
pay.
attending the church.
Is that supposed to be
It
the
happened
case?
in the
No, it is
look,
not supposed to be.
I attended the Catholic school. It happened in the Catholic school before.
It happens with
Catholic-
a lot of the different denominations. we
Catholic
have,
church members,
you know,
children are being sent from a Catholic school, you know, because the children ain't got school fees to pay at that level. Now, nobody's trying to, you know, how to call the thing, encourage recklessness or whatever the case on the part of parents, but there are some parents who are genuinely ain't got money. So if you can make it affordable to a greater extent, a lot of people will have the opportunity to struggle to get through. I mean, this is what we just want to, you know, get across. I mean, it is not beating on these churches. They've been doing very well, providing quality education to our people. But again, it's about time we keep because some of these churches have accumulated a lot of profit over time.
plenty of money.
You know, yeah, you pay teachers, you buy chalk. At the end of the day,
Speaking of teachers, right? There are some times where people who are members of the church, they're teachers.
Good.
So sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to volunteer, you know, to be here." So to some extent, they wouldn't pay all of the teachers. Some people volunteer.
Look, beyond that, Alexa,
right?
beyond that.
So the money you're saying you need money to pay teachers, you need money to do this, do that. I think you should. We're not saying free, like, you know, because you need money for operation,
Good,
and all of that.
And beyond that,
Mhm.
each church, Alexa, especially these bigger churches, they have something they call membership committee or membership secretary stuff. Those are people who know exactly the strength of every member.
Mhm.
Now, the thing is, you know, Alexa is not working. She's in the place. There should be some dispensations, some form of consideration. You know, yeah, Alexa. Okay, look, okay, you know, the chair now put her on the church scholarship.
Yeah,
we do the one. And, you know, we'll give financial aid up to 50%, up to this one. But that is the essence. Exactly. That is the essence. Our job is to talk some of the things people don't want to talk about. And we'll open up the lines. If we are saying things that are not okay, be bold enough and call us and say the thing you're talking ain't correct. Now, let's move to another issue before we go and give somebody else money, right? Remember, keep your transaction in. You know, whatever transaction you do today could make you a winner of $1.2 million on the 28th of this month. It could make you a winner of an iPhone. It could make you a winner of a motorbike. It could make you a winner of 50,000, 100,000, 20,000, 10,000, or 5,000. So that's it. Start 70 and start 70 hatch. Now, let's have one more thing that keep happening in the community. We're talking Liberia now. It's the issue of ourselves, community people. Look, people keep talking about how the country divided, the country is this, the country is that, the country. Sometimes we are not honest to ourselves. I take this for an instance, and this is something that is very common in the slum communities. Alexa, I know people in the town, and we'll open up the lines for them to call. You see the current business what people doing in the country? At least you got current this and that. I know people who got their properties in this country and they deprive their neighbors from passing the current wire over the land to go and give. No, Alexa, don't laugh. It is very serious.
No, it's relatable. That's why.
I know people in this country who, okay, Alexa, like your land, I'm on the land, right?
Mhm.
So it used to be happening at the time we had the community current situation where, you know, one man will get one big generator and be supplying community current. I know people who would deprive their other neighbors from passing the current wire over their properties.
Don't pass it in
To
my
go,
yard.
don't pass you. That your connection what you're doing. That your connection what you're doing. Don't pass the current wire. You know, over my land.
How can you beat that?
Don't pass the current wire to my yard. And in most instances, the guy who was causing that noise, this guy doesn't have the money to put current to your house. But because he or she doesn't have the money to put current to the house, if you are trying to take the current from the source to take it to your house, by the time they see the current boys doing the ladder, you know, planting the pole to run the wire, hey, that current you are doing, it went up out of my yard. Come on. We're talking Thanksgiving, right? We're also speaking to the consciences of Liberians, to the minds. We're talking to the minds and the soul. They current, man, they current you stopping from passing over your yard. In the future, your daughter is going to have a boyfriend who will get money to bring current to your house. No, Alexa, I'm being honest. In the future, that money where you don't get for which you feeling jealous that somebody else is passing current wire over your house, maybe your child gonna get work. You two God gonna bless you. You're gonna have a business or something else that will give you income to put current to your house. Why if the other people who got their yard, because the people who giving the current to you, the generator is not going to be right in your yard. Beyond that, even if you are to have LEPO from LEC on your own land, that you will not need anybody, yard to pass the current over. But do you also know that the tension wire that's supplying your pole with electricity, do you also know that tension wire is on another person's land? Alexa, the hydro is way in Mancoffey. The hydro is not in Dupo Road. The hydro is not in 12 Farm. The hydro is not in Caldwell. It's not anywhere else. It is in the White Plains area. Other people sacrifice their land for the current tension wire to come to your community. Even in your community, somebody else sacrificed their piece of land for the pole to stay on it so that the wire can extend to your house. So why should you stop somebody from passing a current wire over your place when we are all Liberians sitting in the country? I saw people doing it in this country. People are still doing that in the country. To the extent where some people will be very, some people will just be joking sometimes, oh man, your current wire, I'm gonna turn down ill, and the person will leave it, right? You'll be allowed to do your connection. But there are property owners in this country that will be there that you will not. Alexa, they will be there. Like I was in Liberian English, yeah, they will be there. Yeah.
Is that even a word?
That's the Liberian parlance. They will insist at all costs that you will not pass your current wire to the place. It is wrong. Today is Thanksgiving. Sometimes we find these days to express these things to you so that you will listen. If Alexa is not supposed to power wire, the wire is not supposed to power in front of my property, how will she get current? Besides that, even when LEC kind of the pole on your land, why you just take the wire straight from the pole and go to your house, you passing or any other person's house, good. But do you know that tension wire that coming to your house, do you know that people volunteer their piece of land for those poles to be planted on it before the current could reach to your land? So why do people say, look, you know why? See the current reach in my area? You don't connect any wire from my land to go any other place because that's my own land. If anybody want current, let them take it from the hydro to the land. Everybody got to make some form of contribution in the community for the well-being of everybody. This used to happen normally when generators used to be supplying communities with electricity. It is wrong. There are some communities that do not have LEC today, and these things are still happening. We want to use this medium to talk to you. Today is Thanksgiving. If the man used over your yard, who yard you will use? And some money people, Alexa, you will find out where the guy or the old man who got the property, what they will do? They will okay, yeah. So here is another thing, right? There are people who got their environment, their yard. So their old man will kind of say, no more about pie in my yard, which is good. That one I mean, it's not a bad thing because you got small children in the yard, and motorbike men can be so rough. Alexa, so rough enough to what they call. But they will go beyond blocking the place for motorbike. We agree that you won't block it for motorbike, no problem. But beyond blocking it for motorbike, I know an old lady in one community I live in, I don't want to talk about it. She blocked the road on her lane.
Even for people to buy.
Even for wheelbarrow.
Oh wow.
And wheelbarrow can make accident with any human being. And wheelbarrow can hurt child. Wheelbarrow can do the one because people are not violent in using wheelbarrow. But she would do it. And those days, Alexa, people who used to hold their water in the jerry can continue in the wheelbarrow. When the people use the wheelbarrow, when they reach our area, they got to offload the wheelbarrow with the water, put the water on the ground. They will take the wheelbarrow, put it on their head and throw it, pop our leg and put it down. Then they go back, they take the water gallon and go and put it in the wheelbarrow. Come on. Today is Thanksgiving. Our job is to talk to you on it. How you answer me like that to the extent you inconvenience people? The man is only passing through the yard, he's not taking it. The man is only passing through your property. He's not. Look, if the man drop piece of dirt and say, "My man, excuse me, please, we swept the plate the morning. Please take your dirt." That one, he sort of drop dirt in your place. No, he sort of put dirt there. But the man is just passing. Granted, you can block the plate for motorbike, but block it in a way that wheelbarrow will have access. But you, unless you can put, it will block it to put the thing up. Block it with stick all over where the wheelbarrow not even get space to pass. Come on, stop it. That's not being a good neighbor. That's not being a neighbor at all. It's not being a good neighbor. It doesn't say anything good about you being a good neighbor. Yeah, to the Thanksgiving, we got to change on it. We have to. There's another tendency that we have in this country that's very terrible. And that's how you've lived in a terrain before where that guy is the only person who got clean water in the community, or they family got the only clean water in the yard, in the neighborhood. Come on, that's a whole trouble. Yes, you can restrict the well. You can ensure that people will not dirty the well. You can ensure that people will not misuse the well in such a way that it's going to contaminate the water for all of you. But come on, God in heaven freely poured that water under the ground to your property for your family and for others. Come on, to lock the where? Oh, when I come in, I know people communicable will be to their household, they're backing. And the woman will be passing around, oh, nobody will be in our way to do. Unless the well got water, people ain't plenty there. Maybe about 2-3 persons sitting there.
No one knows what the issues are.
To give the common key and say, you're finna join it, lock it, and bring it back to me. No, it's not the case. They will keep it, and you will know the person is in need of water. But that old man, and sorry to say, but that women can do it mostly. That old man will grab the key out of the key in her lapper end, or somewhere else in the house. Say, and I'll open that well today. And behold, that well is not going to open. Whether the people cry blood, that well is never going to be open. Come on. The water was placed there by God. Imagine if God decided to say, let the water dry. Unless they will let the water dry. I mean, you're going to be going to other people's yard for water.
Definitely.
What will you do if the people treat you the same way you treat them for common water business? Common water business, what will you do? Oh, you think looking at the top politics, Joe Baka did one, Joe, we did one. No. Today is Thanksgiving Day. We're not preaching as in the church where the people will read a particular scripture and do the same theme and caption this and that. No, we're not doing it. We are talking the Liberian attitude, the Liberian mentality. Today is Thanksgiving Day. And I said, boy, they're drawing water. Okay, there are instances where when they're drawing the water, when the water is going low, you go, hello, excuse me, please, the water getting low, you please waste money, water getting dirty. That one is okay. But some communities, they wear foot to the letter. Well, when they may even tell you, hey, put it, they will give you the job okay. Some wells, no need to use job okay.
Just take your...
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you put any object there now. But I'm gonna say some wells, the well can be foot to the letter still. So old man can put a key in their lapper and deny people access. If God who made us, for which we celebrating Thanksgiving today, choose to say, look, they unless I will imagine frisky, they will land, water will never smell again. That water go dry. What are you going to do?
You have to kneel.
So at the time you will be going to other people's places to go for water, and you want them to open up their wells the time you need it. This is a part of the processes we are going through. This is a practical situation we go through in this country, Alexa.
And I think we'll go back to, normally people will say this when you're discussing international communication or the New World Order, where you're discussing the different theories. And one of the theories people usually talk about is the media dependency theory. But since we're discussing this, we just say dependency theory, right? And that is something that actually talks about how we're interconnected. Interconnectedness is a very important, part of just being a human or just existing, right? Because for Alexa to function, she needs the help of Oliver.
Good.
Austin.
We need one another.
And exactly, that's the simplest way to
That's
put
how
it.
the F is. We need
In
one
order
another.
to survive, we need each other.
Good.
In order to survive, I need Oliver. Oliver needs me.
Good.
Because there are things I do not have and Oliver has.
Good.
There are things Oliver does not have, I have.
Good.
So we have to work together. We have to be interconnected.
That's the life.
And I depend on him for something. He depends on me for something. So that's how it is.
That's how it
so
should
some
be.
people will say, "Oh, maybe the woman won't maintain it weird." I mean, there's two different. Oliver was very clear.
Which is
two
good.
different things, right? Maintaining something is quite different from deliberately
refusing
telling people, "Hey,
access.
you are not going to do this." If you want to maintain something, you would definitely need the help of others as well.
Good.
So it comes to an understanding. Yeah, it's your land, you own the well, so you decide, this, that.
Which is right.
Which is right.
Good.
But I think if we go back to having a schedule, at about this time, people will get here to draw water. And when the other time can, nobody will draw water because we're doing this, doing that. That is understandable.
There is a difference between restricting
Exactly.
your well
and just
and
refusing.
just denying people.
Exactly.
Our concern is about people who will willingly
And
deny
it
people.
happens a lot.
Good.
It happens a lot. If you have lived in some of the different communities, you will know this happens a lot. It is really practical. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced, something like this, and some of you are experiencing something like this because it still happens.
Okay.
And you just can't get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
It happens with the
And people are not elevating the conversation
people are
to a greater level, and that's what we're
People are
talking
not.
about. It. And
It happens with wells. It happens with roads. It happens with a lot of things.
And beyond that, Alexa, this is going to the extent where there's some properties people are renting.
If you just listen to some of the rules,
Look, you'll be surprised to
you'll
know.
be like, no, I don't want to be here.
You'll be surprised to know that there are places people are renting. The landlord or landladies will restrict you, restrict the tenants access to the latrines, the bathrooms. Come on. Look, all you need to do is look. The bathrooms are here. They are for our use. Let's keep it clean. Let's ensure that they are all tidied up. And that's it. Come on, but some landlords and landladies, Alexa, we are told they can lock the place for a certain time.
And why?
And anything we're talking about, we're lying when the people call, they will tell us.
No, it happens.
This is a researched
it happens
program that we are having.
It happens.
This is something we investigated, and people told us their stories.
It happens.
Some places people are renting, the landlord can take the key and put it in your pocket.
Say people can go in the bathroom.
You say you're going to the bathroom, you go sit under the river, nobody coming for my septic tank here.
Exactly.
I mean, there are renters. We call it renters in Liberia. There are tenants across the country who listening to the radio right now.
They know exactly
attest
what
to
you're
it.
talking.
The landlord, landlady will put the key in the pocket and
They're
say
gonna
nobody coming for my septic tank.
So if you have a visitor, it is embarrassing just in case a visitor wants
So
to
you got to find a public, latrine or somewhere else where
It is
people got to
really
pay $20.
embarrassing.
This is wrong.
And if we are to, keep talking about different governments, the different things the governments are doing wrong, it is important for us to also change some of our ways.
Yeah, because we are wicked to
Because
ourselves.
For this one, you don't need a government to tell you how to do it. For this, you don't need anyone to tell you, what you should do.
No.
If you have compassion for yourself, you'll be able to extend your compassion, right? If you understand certain things are not supposed to be done the way you're doing them, definitely you will be able to extend that to others. So I think it just gets back to a point where we are to be understanding, we are to accommodate one another, and we are also supposed to, know, oh no, this is not right.
Okay.
Or you put yourself in the shoes of other people. I'm telling maybe my tenants not to use the bathroom for certain hours. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we'll come out. Let's get somebody else, Monique. Hello, sir. How you doing? Quickly.
Yeah, no bad.
Okay, my name is K. Okay, what's your own name, sir?
My name is Clarence Kamara. I join you from Grand Cape County.
Grand Cape County. What part of Grand Cape? Robertsport?
No, Gawla District, Grand Cape County, Gawla District, the first district.
Garawa District, the first district. Okay, my dear brother. What is your name? I mean, the one I registered on the mobile money number. Clarence Kamara. Okay, Clarence. How many times did you play, Clarence?
I played Johnson about 2 times.
You played about 2 times. How did you play? Quickly, we got to go talk about Liberian people attitude.
Yeah, we just star 799 star 70 hash.
Did you play in LD or you play in US dollars?
I think LD number 2.
Number 2. Okay. The last 2 telephone number you on your phone number that waiting.
That's 814.
14. Clarence, congratulations. The machine rolling. Let's see if the machine is giving you 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, or 100,000. Just hold on. The machine is turning. Clarence, congratulations. You won for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very
So
much.
once you receive the money, call us back, Clarence. We're talking plenty here. We will not get a chance to call you back.
Okay, sir.
Once you receive it, please call us back.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. Now this is it.
And as I was saying, right? There are people. I'm trying to connect the point, right? I'm trying to connect the point. But I do think there are different sides to take into consideration, Oliver. You have to put people you have to put yourself in people's shoes.
Good.
Right.
Good.
For example,
They think what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, what
if
in
it
the
is done to
shoes
me,
where I
and
never have well.
Exactly. How am I going
And
to
other
feel
people didn't
about
get
it?
it well. How will
How am I going to
feel?
about
You know that I come for water.
And they're telling me,
You know
they're upright.
the place is not packed.
Exactly.
The well is not dry. The well is not dirty. You know, I'm going to take my time to draw the water, but they are denying me. How
will
am I going to feel?
So we have to take into consideration.
So before you treat the next man by you, think about how it's going to be when you are in the shoes.
And also, Oliver, if we want to be very honest and fair, sometimes, like I'm not really, on the side of people who would deliberately want to be cruel, because that's exactly how I consider it.
Good.
Because you cannot have this and someone is coming to you for help and you're saying, no, I can't.
Good.
For example, the issue of the bathrooms, right? There are times where people want to use a different bathroom, so they don't want to clean after themselves.
Good.
Right? So if you're not cleaning after yourself, definitely the person who's controlling that space will have to tell you, no, you're not using it now because you don't clean after yourselves. So in as much as we want people to be fair enough, I think we have to tell people, hey, for example, if you have a well that you go to on a regular basis, just in case you have a time to clean up, go ahead and do it.
Good.
Just in case you have a moment where they're saying, oh, everybody should do this, everybody should do that. Go ahead and do it, because it is also encouragement, right?
That's correct.
It shouldn't be just because I own the well, so I have to do everything. I have to buy.
No.
You can call it job bucket. I got to buy job bucket. I got to clean around the well.
That's good.
Sometimes if Oliver coming tomorrow and say, "Oh, Alexa, that chlorine,"
I went to town.
Yes.
In the married, I get it where I went to town, but I brought chlorine also. Me, I know you can put chlorine away, but that one bottle of chlorine, you give it to them as well.
It will show that we're working together.
It is a community endeavor, because they dug the well. They took their time to dig the well.
Yeah, nah.
So they own it. But you're affecting from it. So when you see the people drawing water, they cleaning their well like that. Some days your children let's visit. Take your children there. You go ahead and get married and then cut the grass around the well. Y'all go and help there. Let it be a community, not a community well, but the fact that all of you are benefiting from it. Let that conversation be there, and that is how neighbors should act.
In their bathroom, Benny.
I remember. That's how it should be.
I remember. We went for it was an outreach actually. And then one of my colleagues had an issue. So she needed to use this restroom or bathroom, however we're going to call it. And then we had gone to a place and asked a lady, and you're right, most of the things that old money can be handling. We're not being biased, but most of these things,
let me tell you who come and give money to it again.
Are the ones handling and managing all these different things we're talking about sometimes.
That's correct.
So we had gone to her and then we asked her, hey, one of our friends needs to use the bathroom. She's really like this. The old man said in simple like man, see, I hope you give me applause for the one saying, because I simple like brain English. The old man say, I don't want to lie to you. I really won't help you. But all the people in can come here when they feel they can need a bathroom, go.
That's correct.
So for that reason, I plan not to be giving my bathroom to anybody. So it is important, because sometimes if you have a bathroom in your house or out of your house, people will get there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to use someone's bathroom,
don't just use the place and dirty it.
If you see the area how it's looking clean, you finish, make sure it is looking the same way you go outside.
Good.
Right.
Good.
I also remember. I don't know if my mom is listening.
Before you reach to that level, even if you are the owner of the bathroom. when you are giving it up, say, look, Alexa, I not say when you use place, you can clean it. But people not kind here before, you know, when they won't use place, we give it to them, they can spoil it. Please, my daughter or my son, I beg you, when you finish with the place, I mean, clean it the same way you left it. I beg you. And you know, and you give it to the person. At least the person is aware that they, oh man, already tell me. So regardless of how that person crazy in their mind, well, when they use people place, they can dirty it, they will still know that the old man put me on record already. That if I make an attempt to leave the place without cleaning it, you know, she will know that I the one did it. So let me leave the place, start it up the way I met it. Now, the reason why you want to do so is because you who got the property, I agree that people been using your place, they've been dirty in it. And so maybe you want to make a decision that I would never ever give to any other person again, right? Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Correct. But you cooked a buggy to your hall last night. Oh my, that two people can use your bathroom and they can clean it. But you cooked a buggy to your house last night and your son called you to Central Morel to go collect money from Western Union. What they send to order you get in the car bounce you to Freeport 2-3 times, your stomach start protesting. Hello? Hello? You know, Freeport, your stomach start protesting this and that. It reaches a point where you can no longer control it. Now, what will you do if you went to somebody else to their place and the person say, hey, Oma, their place, one man I use a place before the men's spoil. So because of that, we will not give it to any other person. Oh man, you leave your clean bathroom to the house. You are out there jam, and you are being treated that way. How is it going to feel to you? Exactly. So the best way out of this thing is, look, don't abuse people's generosity. When people are good to you, don't abuse it. They get you the bathroom, clean it. The way you met it, let it be that way. And you two who got the bathroom, what else somebody not do it before? Everybody not crazy the same way. Maybe the guy who did it, the guy ain't got good home training. So when the next person is coming, don't tell everybody say, oh, the way I'm looking at you, you can tell the place. No, don't do it like that. Say, look, my son, I understand the condition you are in, but please, one guy came in before and messed the place up. I beg you. When you finish, just the way of looking, water in the barrel, you know, you flush it, do it, you know, this, the air freshener there, do all the things, you know. Yeah, and you got sanitizer, you can wash your hand, everything on it. Just the way you to do it, leave it like that, my son. I beg you. That's the key here. This and that. I mean, that way the person is conscious enough to know that, hey, the old man gave me warning before coming here. So I need to keep it up, right? Once people are told not to do something, come on, then listen. Alexa, you and I had the opportunity to have traveled together. Liberians in Liberia particularly will choose not to abide by simple regulations, except they are told on the spot. Right? So I mean, people normally act, especially when you tell them to do it. Some people know what to do. Some people know the right thing to do. But when somebody ain't kind of tell them all by themselves, they can do it. And so once you want to be that people-centered individual, you need to also, you know, I mean, set those checks and balance and so forth and move on. But again, that is the conversation we are having. Today is Thanksgiving Day. And we just start to rumble into all of those issues. Simple. Now, so we just get somebody else 10,000. Let's
Emmanuel, you're right, and I think we should talk about that as well.
What?
The issue about customer service, right?
No. No. Emmanuel is watching the conversation.
No,
we have a whole long conversation.
He's looking at the time and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But that's a good thing you just.
We have a whole long conversation, Emmanuel. Where we going to go to former official of government, how they can use their money when they're in government. At the end of the day, watching it happen to their lives. All the things that we got it online. But since Emmanuel is interested in customer service, let's talk about it.
Customer service.
Look,
I think it's one of the most important things for business establishments to actually consider generally it should be prioritized.
Good.
100%, because that is a way of attracting clients, you know, customers or people who just be interested in promoting your business or maybe your entity.
J.M. McBarrow
and just
the person got trouble.
What are you saying?
The J.M. McBarrow person with John Weah Picture got trouble. Anyway, go ahead. Let's talk about the customer service.
So there are people who have had bad experiences.
Good.
And I'm saying bad experiences because almost everyone in this country has experienced something like that.
Good.
And sometimes you go to a certain restaurant and you say, "Oh, I want this," but the waiter, you can see for example, the waiters or waitresses, the way they look at you, that face, that frown, is this. So you get scared.
Uh-huh.
Some of them they're aggressive, some of them they're disrespectful, and some of them do not know how to actually explain to you calmly
Good.
about certain things.
Good.
And there's sometimes, for me, there are certain things I don't eat. Whether it is in seasoning or not, there are certain things I don't eat because it is going to have a serious bad stuff. I'm going to have a serious bad reaction to that.
Good.
And there are other people who also have allergies, right? So I will put that for Liberia. Liberia, to some extent, some of the restaurants will go to, they do not really tell you, "Hey, are you allergic to this? Are you allergic to that?"
Mhm.
Right?
They can tell you
They can-
punking and run your stomach or what that is, or what you call allergic. So forget that thing.
There's certain things that you can't eat.
Yeah,
right?
they will not tell you say when you eat it, something bad can happen to you. They will not ask you.
And they're not going to ask you, "Hey, like there's certain thing that you can't eat," for you to explain to them, and then they'll tell you, say, "Oh, the other food get it one, yeah, the other food get it one." It doesn't happen like that.
Good.
And if they're going to bring food to you, usually I ask. If I'm ordering something, you bring something, I always ask you, "Oh, you get the other thing inside, you got the other thing inside." Or before I even place my order, I will always ask. You get it one, you get that one, you get it one, you get it one.
Mhm.
And sometimes when you're asking, they veil you. The other person just giving people hard time. That's not customer service.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Good.
That's not customer service. Also, one of the things I talked about is the bang. You see, to the bang. No, they say the pocket refuse to get your money now when I customer service.
So
But to the bang,
uh-huh.
you will see some of the tellers, right?
Uh-huh.
They are there, and maybe you are going to settle one or two issues with your accounts, or maybe your credit cards and stuff like that. And they are just frowned, like they don't want to talk to you.
Mhm.
They just veil with you.
Mhm.
Did that you do something to them, or you guys have personal issues and stuff like that? They just veil you. So you yourself, so not say your own money you go for that too. You can be scared to tell and say, "Oh, I can't for money," or you be scared to tell and say, "Oh, my credit card has some issues, so I'm here to handle it." So they're just angry, and they're not giving you that friendly. We know everybody has issues. We go through a lot of things on a daily basis. We're here, we're smiling, but we still have issues we go through.
Good.
But the fact that you are there serving people, it is important to, loosen up a bit. Loosen up a bit. You will encourage people to go there more often. You will encourage people to, trust you. You will encourage people to even, bring their friends to invest in your business. And some of the people who also do delivery services in this country,
Mhm.
you will call, or they will call you, "Hey, we're coming to the other area." So it's like a whole lot.
Good.
I would say, because I know you won't rush me, but I would just say, since others won't rush me, we need to pay keen attention to, enhancing customer service in the country.
Good.
We have to make sure people understand what customer service is and how important it is for a lot of different establishments we have, because you have the people you are serving, they're family. In fact, yeah, they are, because they promote your business, they pay money, and without your customers or your clients, you wouldn't be able to run a business. You wouldn't be able to run, even if you have a law firm, you wouldn't be able to run it.
Good.
So you need them as much as they need you.
Good.
So, mutual respect is very important. And I do think we should try as hard as possible to manage and leave all of our issues we have at home, even if it is going to be stuck in your head. Once you have people who are there for you to serve, please be patient with them and try to do it. I'm not saying this to mean you should take disrespect from your clients, because I'm not going to say, "Oh, customer is always right." No, that's not what I'm saying.
Good.
When a customer disrespects you, there are ways you handle that, right? Because we want to have a civilized and well-organized environment. And it is not just with Liberians. Even other people have complained about the customer service we have in our country. So I think if we want to improve in that aspect, it is important, we should prioritize it a bit. And some of the people do not have trainings when it comes to customer service. So they just go there because I get fanfare. They say, "Let's go to the one." And I don't understand I'm supposed to smile. I don't understand there are certain things I'm supposed to say. So I just come from a whole verbal way. I'll just be fair with everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I want to.
Good. And the customer service issue that I thought to mention on is with the banks. Look,
No, it
it
is not that.
It's not about the bank giving the money, right? The point is, customers themselves are the problem. And I'm going to say this every day. especially with the issue that has to do with customers going to the bank and they are being delayed. You're still on the line. You want your money. You're on the line. You're staying on the line because the bank teller has a lot of papers before her or before him. People who not come to the bank but send their papers, or they are in the bank. They don't want to sit on the line. They're sitting down. They pass the paper to the security to go and give it to the teller for the teller to process it sooner. Those are the reasons why people can stay long on the line at the banks. And I say customers are responsible because that customer can ping customer. That other customers can be making other customers to stay long in the bank. And the reason is very simple. Some of us, by the time some money hit our account, we want to show that we got money so much to the point where we go and take $10, $15 and give it to the bank teller. And so, man, all right, and process my thing. So you're not even being in the bank. You tell the bank teller to do stuff for you and get the money out. And so while you're doing it, while that bank teller is serving your paper, other people on the line, they are being deprived. So you'll find out that people will be standing on the line and the bank teller will be there whole day lying to the people sitting down, but they are processing other people's paper behind the scene because people giving it $10. Customers pinning customers. Now, the most difficult thing about this thing is that the day you, the customer, ain't got money to bribe the teller so that the teller can get you money fast without standing on the line, and you go to the bank, you go stand on the line, other people doing it, that day you'll see the same person who been doing it to their friend. Oh, what kind of thing you're doing here? We've been sitting on the line all day, you can serve us. We've been on the line all day, you're not going to get our money. Come on. We agree. The bankers, the tellers, the institutions got customer service problem, but customers themselves are the reason why the service is being corrupted. No one person can do corruption. For corruption to happen, there should be a giver, there should be a receiver. For corruption to exist, there must be a giver and there must equally be a receiver. We, the customers, we will go to the bank for our money. We will go do transactions to the banks. We are the reason why the bankers are corrupt. We are the reason why the lines at the bank can never reduce. Because the day you got small money in your pocket today, you call your teller, Celestine, Rita, Johnson, my man, I got my late check there. I want $300 out. So I give it to the security man. Security man will go, he pass, he wrap inside the teller, in for it. The teller go open it. He say, yeah, there's small people there. Take $20 from on the money. So the day you got money, you allow the people to process your thing fast. You take it now, you go in the bank. In less than 2 minutes, you go. The security man rub your hand. You take your money, you go outside. You stop acting proud now because you go in the bank. You met people there and you left them there. The day you do not have the money to bribe the teller ain't going to process your thing. It is that day you want to stay on the line now for them to serve you. Why are you sitting on the line? Other people who did the same thing you did last week, they start serving their paper. Then you become so impatient. Oh, you start cussing up. Whoa, why you not want to serve me? Well, the bank, no, the bank not foolish. Now because you get money to bribe the teller today, he said the bank foolish. No. The last time you were bribing the tellers, other people were crying on the line where you were celebrating that you got speed, that you got connection. So the day you got connection, you got money to bribe the teller, and you are in the line, you're going through the same pain, you inflict on other people, then you start complaining, say, oh, the bank. No. We ourselves should help the system. We're talking Thanksgiving Day. There's a national holiday, and we thought to have a national sober reflection. This is an attitude happening. Can we stop it in the banks? It's going to be a difficult thing because when I'm stopping, the next man learning. So why you say from today on I will go to the bank, I will stay in the line, I will not bribe no teller? Why are you making that decision? Another person is finding someone at $20, $30 to give to the teller so that the teller can process their issue fast. It's going to be a difficult thing. But I think if these conversations are elevated on a national level on a daily basis, somewhere, somehow, people will start making changes in their attitudes, and this is going to help, to a greater extent. Yeah. So on the customer service issue,
one last thing.
That's my point.
Someone commented about the nurses, and while I was going out, I also had or thought to talk about it a bit.
Quickly before we go give somebody money or come
back
again.
In a few minutes. And you're 100% right. The nurses, they are part of, one of the worst groups of people who are wicked to some extent. Some of them, I'm not going to say all of them, some of them. I remember when I had an out of the studio initiative at one point in time, we needed to hear, people's experiences, especially when it comes to new teen mothers or just young mothers, right? And people who go to the different hospitals and have to go through labor and stuff like that. And some of the things they explained, Oliver, I couldn't actually imagine that we'll have nurses who are supposed to be so caring, who are supposed to be really patient. I didn't even imagine we still have some of them who would do all these. No, it is like too bad.
Well, yeah.
Someone would say, for example, if you're in labor and then maybe you're a young person, you're a teenager and you're pregnant and you're supposed to deliver at a point in time. Some of the nurses will be telling you now or saying you to go have sex. I'm sorry, guys. They'll be telling you now or saying you to go do their one. So don't be here crying. Don't be here doing this, doing that. That is not right at all. It is not supposed to be so. And some of the patients as well, they're not people who are teen mothers or they're not people who are going into labor. Some of them, they're just there because they're sick and they need care. And they will tell you, say, oh, go pull it on the other bay while the other person die online.
Yeah.
These are things that instill fear.
How the hell I go to the hospital then you telling me you're gonna put that man on the bill while the other person die on last night? Come on.
That me want that too.
Don't say it. Do
not say it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have a special training for all of these people, whether nurses, whether people who are into the corporate business and stuff like that. I don't know. But if we do not have different trainings for them, I think it is important to also invest into something like that.
Good.
Because you wouldn't have a nurse who is supposed to take care of people and trying to instill fear in people. No, if you tell me somebody died on a bill, I will not go there because normally I'm already sick. And you say somebody died, I will be thinking, say, maybe I'm going to die there. No,
that's correct.
We should have different languages to talk to people, right? You do not have to be way more unethical. No, that is not being professional. That is not being ethical. So to some extent, we should practice, professionalism. There are ways you talk to your patients. There are ways you talk to your clients, and there are ways you engage with them. And it will also help to calm them down because your goal here is to help your patient recover. Your goal is to help your patient to feel okay at a point in time.
Good.
So you don't have to be sounding like that way. Like now, I mean, tell you to go get sick. Who can send somebody to get sick or who won't get sick?
That's correct.
Nobody wants to get sick now.
That's correct.
No one wants to be in that position or in that condition. No, everyone wants to feel well. But again, it happens. So we have to manage, how we do it, all these different things that we're doing.
Okay. All right. So that's what it is. So when we come back, we're about to give some money. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, okay.
Did you receive the money?
Yeah, they go for
How much did you receive, Chief? 10,000 Liberian dollars. Congratulations. Let's give another person 10,000. So the choice is yours if you're there to win for yourself 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000. It depends on what the machine will put out for you. So let's go and give this amount to another person, and we'll come back. We handle the last topic, then we open up the lines for our people. Let's talk to this person. This person should be winning our money. Star 799 star 70 hatch, and you'll be good to go. Star 799 star 70 hatch, and you're good to go. So. Okay, so the person is out of coverage area. The rule says I should call them 2 more times. 2 more times. If the person ain't pick up, I gotta go and give the money to another person. But the next group of people we're gonna be talking about today are the government officials. It's not about what they do in government. It's about their savings. It's about their earnings. It's about their life. It's about what they do with their salaries. We're gonna talk about it, Alexa. We're gonna talk about that one. That will take us to the call-in segment. Hello, how you doing? My name is Kai. I'm calling you from Freedom Radio Liberia. What is your own name? Dennis Kwekwe. Dennis. Is it the name registered on your mobile money number?
Yeah.
How do you spell Kwekwe?
Q-U-R.
What is?
Q-U-R.
Q-U-R. Dennis Kwekwe.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the last 2 numbers of your telephone number? 11. Dennis, how many times did you play?
I've been playing so many times.
You now win on the show. You now win on the show before.
No, they only reforming 2,500 as a loser.
Oh, okay. As one of the frequent players. Yeah. Okay. All right, Dennis. Dennis, you say how many times you played today?
I put 1,400 on my phone.
Oh, for today.
Yeah, for today.
Oh, wow. Okay, Dennis. Dennis, please explain how you play quickly. Let's hear you. Then we'll go back.
Yeah. Star 799 star 70 hash.
Star 799 star 70 hash.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis. Okay, and did you play in LD or you playing in US dollars?
LD. I always playing LD.
LD. Dennis, congratulations. The machine is loading. The machine will tell us how much you won. Congratulations, you won for yourself some money today. I don't know how much is it. Is it 5,000? Is it 4? Is it 10? Is it 20? Dennis, quick, congratulations. Your number ends in 211. You won for yourself $10,000 Liberian dollars.
Thank God. Thank you.
Okay, Dennis. When you receive the money, call us back, right?
Okay.
All right, Dennis. Thank you very much. Now, Alexa, in the next 3 minutes, let's talk about the last group of people. Then we go to the lines and talk to Liberians. This one has to do with government officials. I'm saying that because the economy of our country is arranged in such a way that almost all the money the government can spend it on people's salary and their benefits. And those who can make plenty of money, like the minister, then the director, then the people then who making big salary in government. The reason Liberia is poor is because we do not have a vibrant private sector. Private sector that, you know, the businesses, we're not in government, the private sector there. Simple. That is simple way we can put it. The businesses where government get no hand in the private sector. NGO, your farmer, you know, your car where you running, keke then where you get in the city, like the private sector. A lot of people make money in government, especially the lawmakers, ministers, directors, heads of entities, and so forth. And after they leave government, Alexa, they become so poor. They become so wretched. They tend to beg us. To the point where some of them will not even own one single property for themselves. Former minister, instead of renting. Former representative, 1 year after becoming representative, he not even want to own one car for himself. Let's see what other person received their 10,000. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I received 10,000.
10,000. Your name is Quick. Is this Quick Way?
Yeah, Quick Way. Dennis Quick Way.
Okay, Dennis. 10,000 Liberian dollars. You receive it. Congratulations, Dennis. Okay, all right. Okay, Dennis. We leave you right there. Now, so here is it. And there are officials who do not do anything for themselves. One kitchen, they can build it. Beyond building it, you need to invest your money when you are in government. Ministers, directors, heads of entities, former government officials, former legislators went through this, and today they are beggars, they are suffering, their family going through pain. The guys who are in power today, I'm not saying steal. The legitimate salary government is paying you, utilize it. Invest it. Find somewhere for you to stay. Find somewhere for you to stay. At the same time, find investment opportunity. It is essential. I know a former lawmaker who today, Alexa, I was in our Kobo shop. We can go there, you eat together. You will be surprised to know that this guy, 1 year after he left the House of Representatives, he cannot maintain common Nissan Belebele. That guy, he can maintain it. The guy is using motorway and this. No, this is no way in trying to demean anything, but if our ministers can start to invest their money in common things like banana farm, banana plantation. How much do we buy banana in Monrovia? 5 for 100, no, allowing you. 2 for 100. Banana. I mean, the big banana. I'm talking about planting you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 3 for $100. Banana is $3 for $100 LD in Monroeville. Now, if somebody ministers who are making between 7 to 8,000 US dollars a month, if they can just go back to their counties and start making banana farm, or you buy two pairs of goat, 2 pairs of sheep, 2 pairs of the pig, and start to grow them. Or you do oil palm, a plantation, or you plant something, plant cocoa. While you are in government, invest some of the money you are making. If you are into real estate, go do real estate project. You can buy some keke and put it in traffic. You could open a mini gas station somewhere. Put your money somewhere where when the government say, my man, we not want you again, you're not minister anymore, you're not going to go back to square one. When if the people go to election and they flock your party, you're not going to get broke where you won't die and you got money to survive. Yeah, you're in government, you want to live luxurious life. You won't get all the getting. You won't be having all the kind of party and all everything. I agree. It's part of nature. You want to do it. But remember that there is a tomorrow. Your party could lose election. They could flock your party in election, or the president could sack you. What's going to be your fallback position? And when you people who receive bulk of the money in government, when you start to utilize your money so well and build a vibrant private sector, it will create jobs. Alexa get a palm farm or her plenty farm in Todi. And people, if she employ 10 person to be working on the farm, to be cutting the grass, and when the plenty, and when the plenty grows, they harvest it, put it in the truck, bring it, they sell. When Alexa said the plenty, even when Alexa means so much, she will take some of the money and go on the farm and pay the people. They'll buy the rest, they buy the oil, and go to the family too to enjoy. That's another form of job creation. Those things can also help reduce hardship and poverty in the country. But you're making the money. I don't want to spoil people's stuff. You go from one club to the other, liquor table. At the end of the day, the very people who you're giving the liquor to, and mind you, I'm not saying be mean. I'm not saying don't get some of your money up. But the very folks you're giving your liquor to, at the end of the day, will say, it's not unless they were working in government. Yeah, nothing to do for the day for themselves. That fool will not even know, say, he used to be sucking your liquor, how they could call it? Fish drinking water. Yeah, that nothing good. When I know, say, that your salary, he used to be drinking with liquor. But you'll be the first to open your mouth and tell people, say, the time unless our minister of justice, she not do nothing for us. Oh, yes, I know people who will do those things. And so when you're working, I'm not saying don't be mean. There are people who are genuinely in need of help them. But remember, do some investment. Do yourself in a way that when you are done, nobody's going to look down on you. Because when you see some people dying, they die out of depression, frustration, is because they can no longer fend for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people are so good enough that their salary, by the time they receive it, they can get everything out to people who are in need. They'll get everything off. They'll get all their salary off. Do it, this and that. Yeah, you can be good that way. But remember, if they sack you or your government change, if you lost that position, you are no longer in that position of trust where you got money anymore. The same people who benefited a lot from you will be the first people to go on the table to start talking that one. Oh, forget it. And they were minister in the place. And look, okay, one who are minister and passing around today ain't get racked. They'll be the first people to put more on you. So I'm saying this to you, some of you, our brothers, you in government today. Forget about what happened in a minute on. Help people you're supposed to help, but at the same time, make some investment. Because Mr. Barker will work out some money, Joe Barker and work out and say, "Look, we sack you." 2029, Joe can come out and flock Barker, the party leave power. You're going to be out of job. It is the decision you're going to make now. Why you have the iron in your hand? It is that decision. It is that decision, that will. It is that particular decision that will help you. So that's exactly what I thought, to put across right here on the conversation. Then we'll take about 5 minutes from our man Anthony Stevenson to take calls. Go ahead.
I like the fact that everything we're talking, people keep, bringing up new issues, and we don't have luxurious of time
Oh
today
yeah. Oh yeah.
to actually talk about everything.
Okay.
You are aware we do not work holidays.
Good.
It is unlike us to be here today, but we thought to be here today.
That's correct.
So because of time,
And these are things we're not talking on a normal political
we're
day.
not. Yes, exactly. Because of time, we wouldn't actually talk about all of the different issues you're raising.
Mhm.
But we've also talked about cardinal issues. We've raised, salient points, and we have also provided recommendations, whether for communities, whether for the private sector or people who have different businesses. And we've talked about a lot, right? And Oliver, what you just said about lawmakers or past government officials, I
Yeah,
think it is
yeah,
really important.
yeah.
Because there are some of them now, when you see them, you be thinking like the normal question for what thing they been do with her money.
What you do with money?
You
And
know?
that's money or drinking your liquor.
Exactly. And it be the same people you've helped, or some of them it be the same people you've tried so hard for, and at the end of the day, they do not care about you.
Good.
So one of the most important laws of nature, self-preservation. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you have maybe we'll say fallback position, because sometimes when you have a drastic change, or when you experience a drastic change,
Good.
the people you were there for, they do not care about you. They're going to move to the next man's table, and they're going to take your name to the next man's table.
Good.
And they will start to talk about you in all kind of ways that are not really okay, and we do not actually want that. So we just here today to talk all it in here. Everybody here manage ourselves some kind of way. It is managed. We have to be there for one another. We have to believe in how to coexist.
Okay.
Let's say it that way.
Okay. So
Let's
we
coexist.
we gotta go.
We're interconnected. We're interdependent.
We got to
So-
go. Yeah, we got to go. So Anthony Stevens is behind. Also, he will do the rest of the draw here on 87.9 star 799 hash. Star 799 star 70 hash. And you select Freedom as spot number 70. Yeah, so that's why you do star 799 star 70 hash, and you'll be gone. Holiday, enjoy yourself. Just 3 calls, then we go home. Anthony is behind us. Anthony Stevens is behind our back, and that's all we can do. Just 3 calls. Only 3 calls. We'll go home here on 87.9. So 0886 500 104, 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. 3 calls, and we will be out of the studio. 3 simple calls, and we'll be out of here on 87.9. Let's talk to the first person. No time. 20 seconds. Hello. Go ahead. Thank you. That tomorrow we're announcing. We announcing nothing today.
We're announcing. You're just announcing for us.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, man. We leave it right there. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can take this other person quickly. Anthony Stevens, please come for your gavel. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Okay, we leave this person. Let's take this other one. Hello, how you doing? We're great. Let's hear you. Go ahead. 1 minute. Logan Town, let's hear you.
Everything you say is the fact. Doesn't mean that you are in the Albany University doing theology. So the same thing like that in many places. The churches got schools, but they don't want to help members.
Churches got school. They don't want to help members. Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's talk to the person quickly. No time.
Okay, good evening, though.
Our time is up. Good evening. Let's hear you quickly. Oh, Gus, good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Quickly, let's hear you now. No time.
You guys raised a very important issue that needs to be elevated, and that has to do with the churches, just institutions running schools that are charging.
Oh no, you gotta call us directly. We don't have the time. Go ahead. Keep your streams coming into star 79 star 70 hash. Anthony Stevens will do the draw. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Official president for the best moment. William getting through.
Go ahead, William.
Let me say good evening to say less than anyway. You're nothing but for all bear commentary on your pitches. On time. Like you said, even my children come from AG, Assemblies of God, and the same thing they're doing. The child is every Tony. Yeah, but man, I want to tell you that everything I said today, everything is true.
Okay.
110 is true. I concur with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. You're in your church and the church charging you more money in the school. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you so much. Sometimes we leave the polity and discuss on issues in the community.
That's correct.
So I appreciate you both for the discussion you're on. Elisa made mention of the nurses. I got good experience with them in Liberia. I worked with Firestone for 9 years, and Dusa Hospital, Firestone Hospital used to be one of the basic hospitals. You go to the hospital, the nurses will be screaming at the patient. They will be insulting them. As some of them appear dirty. In America, they call it abuse. In America, they got two types of abuse in the nursing or healthcare system. You got physical abuse and psychological abuse.
That's correct.
When you hit the patient, that physical abuse, you will be prosecuted. If you are not lucky, you go to jail and will revoke your license. But in Liberia, I don't know whether they treat people with ethics. Nothing like that in Liberia. Nothing.
Oh,
It
okay.
is so dangerous.
Thank you, Madison Yadolo from New Jersey, the U.S. Yeah, Anthony Stephen has given us 5 minutes, and so we'll stick to the time. Go ahead, this person. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello.
How you doing, sir? Go ahead. We touch many topics. Which one touched you today? Let's hear you.
Okay. We want to talk about when it comes to gratitude, because today is Thanksgiving Day. We have to be able to know how to give thanks. Then to just leave things like that. It's a good thing. When you lost relationship when you are not grateful.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving Day is a time that you have educated us to know that we need to give thanks. Even the churches and other people, even the secular world, people when they don't get thanks, you create a relationship and you keep your relationship. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's go for the last caller. Then we will go home. We got to go for the very last caller. We are done. We have done with the time today. Let's go for the last caller. Go ahead. You're the last person. Let's hear you. 1 minute. Lawrence County. Go ahead, Lawrence. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to explain the issue about the church.
The church having school and the school too expensive for the church member.
Yeah, the school expensive for looking around here. There's so many, lot of school around here, not teaching power. Yeah, a lot of school around here, not teaching power. That's what they're not teaching power. So I end up engaging fund in difficult on the education side.
Okay.
So that's what the primary account for. If it's teaching power in the school, I think it would be better if the team person will come down here.
Okay. All right. Elisa, he said when the teaching Bible in school, the teen presidents will come down in the country. I don't know which logic is that, but we got to go home.
The people say I'm talking bad thing about the
We got to
Bible.
go home. Our 5 minutes is off. It's 4 after 6, and the 5 minutes will end directly 5 after 6. Tomorrow is the weekend's edition, and tomorrow we are hoping to give you the information. Please.
You're not telling
All the G not yet a gossip. We will officially tell you what happened to us on November 13th. Until then, have a wonderful time.
Bye-bye.
And we want to say bye. Enjoy yourself. This is congratulations by CIC.